Now let's go into admin tasks. Can we use AI for admin tasks? It's not only for teachers. Yes, you can. Students' data management. AI can help you do this. Record keeping records of the students. Do they have certain challenges? Does somebody need to go to the doctor's appointment on so and so date? You set all of those things up, put them there, and then you even get reminded, oh, this child is going to go home on so and so day at 10 a.m. and will be back at school at so and so time. If you run a big boarding school, you cannot keep doing all your admin tasks manually. You will be stressed out. Your admin staff will be very much stressed out. They will forget certain things. Your parents will be angry. But with AI tools, you don't need all of this. You just set these things up way days or weeks ahead, and then you get reminders as time goes on. Another point is when school is rounding up, maybe a term is rounding up, and you need to do some sort of result collation. Are your teachers still doing that manual thing where they'll be calculating and calculating, making mistakes, canceling and rewriting, TPEX and all that? We now have a lot of tools, a lot of school management systems that can help you do this in no time at all. So as you're giving students assignments, as you're marking the assignments and recording, you just upload their scores, and at a certain time it calculates their CA, at a certain time it adds the exam score, it adds the comments. Maybe teachers need to put comments, this is excellent, you need to do better in your literacy, this and that. All of those comments are available. So when it's time to collate results, teachers just click, 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 and the results are ready in no time. Does principal need to put a comment on every child's report? So sometimes you have all these pre-recorded comments that you can just upload to whatever portal you're using that is already automated. And certain kids get certain comments, some other people get certain types of things. Saves you a lot of time, saves you paper. It reduces paperwork at your school. Do you need to remind some people about their school fees payment? No, you don't need to wait for them at the gate or stand outside with your a staff every day or when it's time to pay, and then you start threatening people. No, just send them email reminders or WhatsApp reminders, text messages as reminders at certain times. So every week you say, okay, from third week we'll no longer allow your kids to come into school. From next week, all of these things can be done without being intrusive, without seeming like you are being disrespectful. It will just go on seamlessly at the background while you save your time and do some other stuff. Are you guys still with me? If you are with me, please drop some emoji. Let me be sure. Is this making any sense so far? Please drop some emojis. Okay, I can see a few thumbs up. Yes. All right. Thank you very much. So let's go on to exam preparation. No matter how fantastic your school is, if the kids are not doing very well in their exams, parents will be worried. Okay, maybe external exams, maybe internal exams, you need to go the extra mile to ensure that these kids are prepared ahead of time and they are confident in their abilities. How can you do this? With AI, you can create personalized study plans suited to each student's strengths and weaknesses. So maybe you're a math teacher here. By the time you create study plans, you might notice that, okay, Ebuka is struggling with algebra, but his twin brother Emeka is struggling with geometry. Now you create those study plans for each child depending on their strengths and their weaknesses. You probably focus more on their weaknesses, create more questions for those children who are struggling with a particular concept so that they practice and practice and practice, come up with endless exam questions for students practice. And before you know it, these kids are confident in whatever it is that they are learning, confident in those topics. And by the time they have answered 10, 20 questions on a particular topic, I'm sure they will not fail. They might not have that A+, but they might have a C or a B. And that's fair enough, especially for a child who might be struggling. By the time they keep doing this over and over every single time, you will see that they do excellently well. They do much better, all thanks to what? AI. So you can go to this magic school that I mentioned earlier and create a platform for yourself, create a profile for yourself, and see all the subjects that are available and create something for your students. Okay. Now, Do you have kids who really can read very lengthy notes and textbooks? They can upload some of these things to some of these AI platforms, and then they get really summarized, simple bullet points that make it very easy for them to understand. Okay, now maybe you are here and you're doing a PhD, or you're doing your master's, or you have students that you're in a tertiary institution. AI can help you do your research and include citations. It can help you include citations. So it's not just going to say, oh, in 1974, a study was carried out to do ABCD. No, it's going to tell you this is from so and so journal on so and so year, written by so and so that you can include all of these things in your dissertation or whatever it is that you're preparing. Maybe it's a term paper or something like that. All of this with AI. Like I said before at the beginning, AI is here to stay. Now, some people will use it for the wrong things, but we are here as smart people to use it for the right things. We can use it for things that will make our life easier, make our work seamless, and keep us 10 steps ahead of our neighbor, of the next person. By the time you start using all of these things, people will think you're such a superman or a superwoman. No, you're not. You're just smart because you're using machine to do your work. Now, some of these tools, we have ChatGPT. ChatGPT can help you do some of these things. We have Otter AI, we have Studly AI, we have Prep AI. Just play around with them. Most of them have free versions that you can try, and by the time you see what they have to offer, you might now decide to pay for the premium or upgraded version. Hope I'm making sense so far. All right. Now let's go on to predictive analytics for targeted marketing. Now, every school, anyway, let me start by saying this. It's so unfortunate that the average school in the past, I will not say now, grew only by referral marketing. So school owners of those years used to just wait for parents that are currently with them to tell their friends and family members that their school is doing a great job. And some parents will never do that. So the school remains at a certain level, maybe not growing as much as they would really like to grow, because they are the best kept secrets. So if you're here today, you're a school owner or administrator, and you're doing excellently well at your school, you need to take your marketing into your own hands. And how is that? It's really simple. You can take your marketing into your own hands and ensure that you get your school in front of people, tell them the beautiful things that you're doing at your school, and get them to, show interest. And how does this work? AI can help you do that. So are you looking to attract parents who are of a certain age range or certain income range? AI can help you do that. That's what I do as a marketing consultant for schools. So we sit with you and we understand the kind of parents you're looking to attract, maybe based on your location, your offerings as a school. You want certain kind of people, and then we sit down and we put that into our system. Then we create content that speaks directly to these people. We tell them what the school offers. We show them some of the things that happen behind the scenes. This is the way the kids are learning. These are the enrichment programs that are available at our school. And we give them juicy offers. How do we do it? We deliver it to them right on their smart devices. Do they have phones? We'll reach out to them. Do they have laptops? They will see some of these things. And by the time they see what they like, they see I need something like this for my child. I think this will benefit Junior. They will start reaching out to you. The best thing about this is the marketing can be done in a way that it focuses on a particular location. So let's say your school is in Lekki. We would make sure that we craft all of this exciting stuff and we show it to parents that are living around Lekki, so that they can easily but what's the point of doing a lot of work and people who cannot access it are seeing it, right? But people who in your location or people very close to your location, when they see these things, it appeals to them. They start sending you messages. They start coming around for inquiries. We did this for some school owners in the past. One of them gave a feedback and said, people kept asking me, what did I do differently this time? So many parents coming to the school to say, we didn't know your school was here. Oh, some said we'll be driving past. We didn't know you were doing this kind of amazing stuff at your school. Then they started purchasing forms. And before they knew what was happening, by the time school resumed for a new term, they had 70 new students. Now, 70 to some persons is like nothing serious. But for a school that has been in existence for over 10 years, and suddenly in one particular term, they just had a mighty rush, 70 at once. It was a real big deal for them. And how was that? How did that happen? AI did it. A few buttons here and there, a few clicks here and there, with some smart people behind the whole strategy. And they got so many people to know about their school. And trust me, for that session, you can imagine how much income they made. If they had not gotten this number of new students, they will still pay salaries, they will still do their normal stuff, pay all the things that they need to pay, all the expenses they would incur as a school will still be there. But imagine this mighty surge of new students. We've had people who had up to 100 new students rushing at a particular time because they did smart marketing. School owners are waking up now. Nobody's sitting down waiting for Mama Chukudi to tell her neighbors or Mrs. Johnson to tell her church members that her children's school is excellent. They now take it into their own hands. And if you're still in that era of using flyers and billboards, well, sorry, some people have left you behind. They sit down, a few button clicks here and there, and they put their school in front of people. And by the time they do a perfect job, a clean job, everybody sees it. And before you know, they gather children from left, right, and center. You'll be wondering why you lost 30 kids last term. Maybe this is the reason why. A school that is in your neighborhood went ahead and did some of this excellent stuff, and they got students from your school as well as other schools to come and fill up theirs. And they will be there for another 3 to 5 years if the school is as good as they say it is. So if you're a school owner here, you need to look into targeted marketing that you can use to predict results in a short while. So all of this was done within less than 3 months, actually. It's not something of 1 year or 2 years. Within a few weeks, 6 to 10 weeks of doing this, you will get results and you'll be smiling to the bank. So are you getting value so far? Are you getting value so far? Okay, I'm seeing some hands up. There will be time to answer questions. There'll be time to answer questions. I'll stop here for now. Now, some of these things I've mentioned that AI can do for you. School Wave can do many of these things for you. So somebody's going to come up really soon to tell you some of the things that School Wave can help you achieve. I'm going to just hold on right now for our anchor to take it up from there. Thank you so much for listening.